Football family, what's going on? This is Coach Wood, and we are back, you guys, for another week of On the Move with Coach. On the Move with Coach. Excited to be back with you guys as I get my steps in on this beautiful Monday. Hopefully, your Monday is getting off to a great start wherever you're at. So, you guys, we got a lot to talk about. It's football season, and as I've told you guys before, every weekend brings us so much to talk about, and I definitely want to hear from you. Please make sure that you like, subscribe to our channel, share with all of your friends and family that love football. We want you to help us build this football community. So let's roll as I get my steps in, you guys. And there is a lot to talk about. There's a couple of things that I definitely want your opinion on because, to be honest with you and frank, you guys, I was a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed. I actually didn't even believe it at first. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about, you guys, and once again, I definitely need your opinion on this one because maybe I'm being soft. Maybe Coach Wood is tripping. But I saw that Deshaun Watson got hurt for the Cleveland Browns. So obviously, Cleveland Browns quarterback, superstar at Clemson, really could have possibly won a Heisman Trophy when he was at Clemson, national champion. I really thought he was going to have an amazing NFL career. And it looks like between the off the field issues and also injuries that, his career is going to sputter out or maybe not be what people thought it was going to be. But I was extremely disappointed, you guys, when I saw the highlights of him tearing his Achilles yesterday in the game against the Bengals. And it was so bad, you guys, that they brought out the cart. They brought out the cart, and literally, I thought I was tripping at first. Literally, people were cheering when they brought out the cart that he was hurt to that extent. I heard the crowd, and it was fairly loud, you guys. He's crying. I know that he heard it because everybody, it sounded like almost the whole stadium was chanting, "You deserve it," was chanting, "You deserve it." And I know that this guy has had major off the field issues. I know the whole massage thing and all the women that came out against him. I know that he's been questioned for other things, but I had never seen, and I've been around football my whole life, I've never seen such an overwhelming chant, an overwhelming response in a negative fashion, you guys, to somebody being hurt on a football field. I've never seen that before. And obviously, it makes you question the Browns fans. I know that a number of his teammates, all of the team came out. All of the Browns came out once they saw the cart come out to get Deshaun Watson. All of the Browns team came out to wish him well and to pray over him and show their support. So to hear the crowd overwhelmingly cheer that this guy was hurt and then say you deserve it, that's a shame on you. That's a shame on you for the Browns fans. And hopefully, if you guys got kids in the fans, you're teaching them a little bit better than that. I had no idea, and I wonder if the Browns, I don't know how they couldn't have, but the Browns GM, the Browns owner, did you know that your crowd, that your fans had this type of vitriol for this individual? I mean, he's the starting quarterback of your team. I've never seen anything like that. You deserve it from the hometown team for the starting quarterback who is getting carted off on a stretcher? You guys, nobody knew what the injury was. All you know is it's serious. You see the stretcher coming. This guy might have, this may be the last time that he takes a snap. And then obviously what that does to somebody mentally. So obviously if you guys are saying you deserve it, is it he deserves it because of his play on the field? Is it he deserves it because of the social issues that he's had, the off the field issues? I would be interested to know why they were saying he deserves it. to be carted off on a football field when he's putting his body on the line for your team. So, you know, I was a Deshaun Watson fan coming out of Clemson. Many people were. Obviously, I saw all the off the field issues, and it was issues dealing with women. And, you know, I have a daughter, I have a wife, and then it wasn't just one person. So you gotta figure maybe there's some truth to it or there's some type of story to it. But, so, you know, maybe I backed off a little bit on Deshaun Watson and then he's been struggling, you know, since he's come back from injury. So maybe I just lost track of him or kind of backed off of him, just really watching him and rooting him on. But you never cheer for somebody being injured. You never, especially, I mean, the social stuff he's been cleared of, or you know, there's been a settlement that those people have come to. And I know that people judge. I know people judge because we're all perfect, right? So we judge. But I've never cheered, you guys, for somebody to be injured. Even people that were maybe against me or not helping my situation or had talked bad about me, never cheered for somebody being injured. So I'm just hoping that if you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you know, I'm hoping that if you're a fan of just any sports team, you guys, do not cheer when somebody is getting carted off the field on a stretcher, okay? That's just not where we need life to be and things to go. You know, if you don't want to say anything, if you don't want to clap when they get up from injury or when they're being carted off, if you don't want to clap, just don't do anything. But to cheer, you deserve it, is as low as it gets. That's as low as it gets from a football fan standpoint. And once again, you guys, we're not talking about you deserve it. We're not talking about you deserve it to the opponent. We're talking about you deserve it to the team's starting quarterback. I've never seen that before in football. So you guys let me know your opinion. Is Coach Wood being soft? Am I being soft for Deshaun Watson? Or was that wrong? Was that flat out wrong? You guys let me know your opinion when you get a chance, okay? And then the other thing I wanted to talk about as you guys go on the move with Coach, the other thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was we're to that point in time, especially in college, we're to that point in time in the season, you guys, where people are getting the axe. People are getting the axe, and this is important, especially for you potential recruits out there, because some of you guys are signing up with teams that you love the head coach. I did. I signed up with Rick Neuheisel. He was there for 2 years, and then he went on to another program. He went to the University of Washington. So I did it. But a lot of you guys are signing up with head coaches that might not be at that school for long. A lot of you guys are falling in love with assistant coaches that might not be at that school for long. So I know that East Carolina, I know that Utah, there's another school that's slipping my mind right now, but these schools let their offensive coordinators go. They let their offensive coordinators go. I know Southern Miss has let their head coach go. There's another school, I think East Carolina, just let their head coach go. So offensive coordinators, you guys, and head coaches are getting the axe. They're getting the axe. So if you guys are a recruit, especially a Division I level recruit, for some of you, you need to watch your back because you may be signing or committing with a school that coach is not going to be there no more. Now, part of the reason why these people are getting axed, there's a plane overhead, but part of the reason why these people are getting axed right now is for recruiting. They want to let these coaches go so that they can get on with who they're going to hire and that the recruits can feel comfortable with the new coaches. All right. But if it's a new coach, it doesn't mean it's good for you. It doesn't mean it's good for you. And then the coach that you fell in love with will probably be coaching somewhere else, you guys. So you have to be mindful right now because all of the firings are about to start taking place. They're about to start taking place. So you need to keep in mind if this is going to affect your situation. Now, for some of you athletes out there that don't have what you want, or you don't have anything at all, coaching changes can be good. Coaching changes can be good because they can present some opportunities for you where maybe there's some hesitancy from that school to hire someone right away, or maybe they don't hire someone as good, and a lot of recruits don't want to go to that school, or they stop paying attention to that school, and it gives you an opportunity to sneak in there. While they're trying to figure out their coaching situation, they're probably going to lose some recruits, and it gives you an opportunity to sneak in there. Okay? So you guys keep that in mind too. But we are to that time in the season that coaches are not going to be there anymore. So all of these teams where you see the losing records, you guys need to be mindful. Or you see maybe one side of the ball is getting ripped apart. Their offense can't score any points. That OC may get fired. Their defense can't stop anybody. That DC may get fired. Okay? So you guys keep that in mind as you're thinking about your recruiting. Okay? So, because it's happening, and it's going to happen over the rest of the season. More coaches will be fired. Will it affect your situation? Okay? Now, the last thing, and this is better on a better note, one of the best plays I saw a college coach make this weekend was Coach Prime from my alma mater at Colorado. Once again, this is Coach Wood on the Move with Coach. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share as we talk football Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I want you guys to ride with me. I want you guys to rock with me. Oregon killed Purdue. A lot of people weren't thinking they were going to be on their game after beating Ohio State. But one of the best plays I saw a coach make this weekend was Coach Prime and his staff from my Colorado Buffaloes. And you know what the play was? The play was taking Travis Hunter out the game when the game was over. When they knew that they had Arizona, really, which was by halftime, and they knew that the game was over and they could probably win the game without having Travis out there, they not only took him out for the second half, but he was in street clothes. He was in street clothes because the word on the street is that this guy does not want to come out the game, and unless you take his helmet and his uniform, he's going to try to find a way on the field. But he was a little sore, and instead of having him continue to play in a game that was already out of hand, they said, you know what? Go in the locker room and go get dressed in your street clothes. You're done. That was one of the best plays in college football this weekend. To see a coach be mindful of a young man's health, to see a coach be mindful of a young man's financial future. We need more of that in college football. I know what Ashton Genty is doing at Boise State, but he's accumulating a lot of tread on his tires. He's accumulating a lot of tread on his tires. How much is he going to be able to take at the next level? All right, so we need more coaches thinking of this. Steve Sarkisian going back and forth between quarterbacks in a tough game. That's not good for your players. That's not good for their mental health, especially if it doesn't pan out right. Because now you just got more questions. All right. So I love seeing coaches do what's best for their athletes. And that was a prime example, no pun intended, of Coach Prime saying, hey, get Travis out. Get Travis out. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you are already subscribed to our football community, you guys. I love it. Monday through Friday, we're going to get after it. I'm going to get my steps in and talk to you about what's going on in the football industry. And you young athletes, the season's coming to an end. If you're a 2025 athlete and you still need some recruiting support, make sure you check out the show notes so that we can help you out. All right, baby? I'll see you guys at the top. Have a good one.